Take the F foot to your machine. Go ahead and attach the foot. Select the Decorative and Quilting Stitches. Select Mirage Stitch 1. Thread your machine with your chosen decorative thread. Take the fabric and stabilizer to the sewing machine. When lining up the needle, place the folded fabric under the foot so that the red arrow is slightly to the stabilizer side. You're looking for the connecting stitch to appear on the stabilizer and slightly miss the edge of the fabric when stitching. Continue stitching to the end of the fabric. Don't forget to tie off at the end. Open the fabric out the correct way to reveal the stitches. Give the fabric a slight tug and a press with the iron to give a clean finish. Fold the fabric over on the second crease line. Select Mirage Stitch 2. Line the foot up and stitch out the second row. Don't forget to tie off. Open out the fabric to reveal the second row of stitches. Select Mirage Stitch 3. Stitch out the third row, just like the previous two. Open out the fabric to reveal the Mirage stitches. You can go ahead and change your thread colour now. Select the Decorative and Quilting Stitch menu. Scroll to Heirloom Stitches and select Stitch 19. You can also use the stitch reference chart to choose your stitches. Line up the edge of the foot with the edge of the Mirage stitch. Stitch out your chosen decorative stitch. Remember to tie off at the end. Now select cross stitch number 5. Line the foot up with the opposite side of Mirage Stitch 1 and stitch out the new decorative stitch. Select quilting stitch number 62. Line up the foot with the side of Mirage Stitch 2 and stitch out the new decorative stitch. Select quilting stitch 19 and stitch down the opposite side of the Mirage Stitch 2. Select quilt stitch 40 and line up the foot with the edge of the final Mirage stitch. Stitch out the design to the end. Select quilt stitch 77 and stitch out your last decorative stitch. Remove the stabiliser, press with an iron and trim back to an 8-inch block. Thread your sewing machine with complementary thread and take the piece of folded fabric to the machine. Select the large shell tuck option from the Sewing Applications menu. Up the fold of the fabric with the slit in the foot. The aim is for the needle to fall just off the edge of the fabric. This will create the tuck. Don't forget to tie off at the end. Select the lock key on the machine and change to the HP needle plate. Attach the dual feed professional grade HP 2-foot. If you do not have the Continental M8, please consult your instruction manual. Engage the pivot and dual feed keys. When the HP needle plate is attached, the machine will grey out any stitches that cannot be used with this feature. Cut the shell tuck fabric into 2 even pieces. Using quilting glue, attach the 2 pieces to the right angle of the triangle piece of fabric, with the tucks facing inwards. Place the larger piece of folded fabric over the straight edge of the fabric stack with all the raw edges on the same side. Stitch down to the corner and continue along the second side of the triangle. Fold the binding over to encase all the raw edges and hold together with quilting clamps. Secure the binding into place by stitching down the ditch between the shell-tucked fabric and the binding fabric. Place the fabric triangle on top of the 8-inch block of fabric, lining up the raw edges. Secure the two together. Press and trim back to an 8-inch block.